T minus 1 minute. T minus 50 seconds. T minus 40 seconds. T minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Can we talk for a minute? Come on and talk to me. That's what I wanna do. Come on and talk to me. Come on and talk to me, baby. Come on, baby.
Come and talk to me. I really wanna meet you, girl. I really wanna know your name.
Maybe this will help.
No.
The mic was still muted when you was trying to hit that last note.
Good. I gotta work.
Per
on it.
usual. Yeah, I could tell. Yeah, I didn't see the confidence in your eyes. I could tell that the note was off.
A
You
little
looked a
bit.
little, yeah.
Yeah. Little bit.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the month of February.
Is it?
Already.
Hold on.
Welcome to the month of February. Welcome to the most melanated month of the year.
Come on, brother.
Also the shortest month, so we're gonna complain about that later. But this is actually welcome to Maybe This Will Help the Podcast, season 6, episode 5.
Yeah.
Giving you that relationship talk you can relate to, the good, the bad, the alimony. We in the building tonight, man. We are here ready to do what we normally do. And we glad that you are here with us, man. If you know somebody who likes to join, is not on, go ahead, tag them. Send a message to your best friend. Grab a snack, grab a drink. We're going to be here for about 2 hours tonight. And let's really get into it. Ray, he said, looking like money, fellas.
Shout out to Big Ray, man. That's one of our we know we have male guests, but Ray is one of our male guests that pretty much every episode we've had this season, Ray has commented, and not just commented with some real life like gems. So shout out to Big Ray in the building.
Listen, I refer to Ray as the pending co-host.
Facts.
Because Ray, you will be getting a message soon. We should I tell everybody what we're doing?
Yes, for sure.
So the goal for 2026, maybe this will help the podcast. Goal for 2026 is to have a guest the last Sunday of every month. So a few people will be hearing from us to see if you'd be willing to come on air, and what month might work better for you. So Ray, you will be getting a message soon, good sir.
Yeah,
and
buddy.
people. I know people have been petitioning for Janae to come back on the show. My mom, our therapist. So yeah, it's gonna be a good year, man. God bless us with some more time. We're gonna have some fun this year.
Facts.
Per usual, though, we're about to get into a little check-in. For those who joined for the first time, what you're about to witness is just two brothers coming together, talking about life, talking about what they've seen as far as relationships go. Platonic, romantic, familial. And we're just talking through some stuff. Going to take some videos we've seen online and give our little 2 cents, see if it's helpful to where we're at or maybe where you're at. By the end of the show, we hope that hopefully maybe somebody was helped.
Facts.
And you're going to have some fun. We will laugh. Mike may cry. And you will walk away.
Listen, pause. Because everybody knows when Donnie pushes his mic back and does one of these.
Wow.
We know
It's
it's
been
hiding tears.
3 seasons since that's happened. I've taken none of this serious in 3 years.
Oh
Oh
man.
man. Yeah, exactly. With that being said, bro, what was the highlight of your week?
Man, highlight of my week. I've been since after the show, our last show last Sunday. I don't know. My kid bought something home. I'm gonna blame it on him. Love you, son. But he bought something home, and I was in the bed from Sunday night probably till about Thursday, just fighting some symptoms, and you know, so didn't have a chance to go to the gym, which is wild.
Was it your stomach and your head?
So it was my head. It was more like flu symptoms. So I didn't really have too much. My stomach was on the last day. Stomach was
So
on
that
the last day.
my
So
job has been talking about that. Y'all know I work at the hospital. My job been talking about that. That's that new YN strand. Did you catch it? Did you? The fact that you were listening so hard, nigga. He got that YN COVID. What happened, bro? Did it have you doing weird stuff?
for those that do not tune into the show, this is the type of foolishness that my brother Donovan brings to the show unnecessarily and unwarranted. So
Just
bear
like your
with us.
advice.
Bear with us, please, folks. We'll
That's
get
fine.
through it. I promise.
So tell people how you was being a punk this week. All the excuses.
So I'm feeling better. And so that's my highlight is that I'm back, I say like 95%. Just been resting up. I was able to get in the gym today, which was amazing. Yeah, that's it. Just and then taking it for granted. You know what I mean? Some people are like really sick, like all the time, bedridden, and don't have the luxury of going to the gym or going outside, or they're just confined to a room. So, it really helps to put some things in perspective. The things that we complain about are things that irritate us unnecessarily. You know what I'm saying? Just my little minor, whatever it was, what really helped me, like, man, you know what? It's not that bad. Going to the gym and there being 100 people there is not that bad because some people don't get to come here at all. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, cheers.
Carrie, no sympathy at all. I was 2 seconds away from pulling out my tiny violin. This nigga. Nigga. Mike is looking for all the sympathy. All I have to say is you got days to make up from not being in the gym, which he tried to do all in one day today. That's a different conversation.
Yeah. I'm ready for all the days. My shoulder's feeling good. So prepare for tomorrow, brother. It's finna be stupid.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm not looking forward to anything until basketball season is over. My expectations are bottom shelf because I know that your family comes first, even before the gym. So all this
last game is Tuesday. Last game is Tuesday.
Exactly, which is not tomorrow, which I probably won't see you. So before you get my hopes up, like my dad disappointed me enough, man. Don't come in here with that.
Golly. Wow.
Can we both have
you
a tiny violin?
The dark humor is not just nobody is safe. Nobody is safe on maybe this will help the podcast. So
my dad is deceased. He's not safe. I still got some shots for him. Good guy though. Let's see.
I see what kind of show it's gonna be.
Love him to death.
I'm ready. Literally. Jesus.
I still got the box of ashes. That's my nigga.
Brother, what was your highlight?
Golly, I had a good week, man. What did I do? I had prayer meeting on Friday. I met up with a few of my friends this week. New friends. Mike is friends. Their application is pending because Mike is making faces. I don't know, man. I went and got a pedicure. I don't know. It was a successful week. I didn't get sick. I'll stay consistent at the gym.
You gonna say that?
I didn't need any sympathy this week. I just kind of manned up and did everything. I handled all my responsibilities. So I think
niggas and flies, boy. Niggas and flies. Jeez.
I didn't need anybody to feel sorry for me this week. I think that was a highlight. I just, Capital Man. Yeah, I think no. Okay, so I don't know what the highlight of my week was, but today was great. I got a chance to go to this little mini workshop, mini QA session about ADU. So if anybody's out there trying to get an ADU, which is an additional dwelling unit in the back of their house or whatnot, the back of their property, we met a really good guy today. Man, we were at a unit that he had worked on, and so the owner and him both had a chance to kind of talk to us about the process and how happy they were with everything. If you're looking to build something and put like a tenant in the back, or put a relative in the back, or you go in the back and rent out the front house, shoot me a message on Instagram or Facebook, and I'll shoot you his information, because it's a lot of the laws in LA County are changing, and it's easier to get that situation going in your backyard. If you live in Compton, it's a little bit harder, but it still can be done. Man.
Is it harder in Compton because of ICE? No, it's too soon.
Ladies and gentlemen, that wasn't me.
Wow. See how you back out so quick? God.
Wasn't me. Listen, I
throw one in. You just...
Hey, our Latin fan base is huge. You ain't about to get me, because I'm part Peruvian. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to get into the show for tonight. Per our normal mode of operation, we like to start with something funny, and try to pull some insight out of it, because even humor has a little bit of truth to it. Some of you, I've noticed this trend. I'm trying to set up the video. I've noticed this trend since the pandemic. Pre-pandemic and post-pandemic, people came out of the pandemic looking different. You had a lot of time to look in the mirror, and I'm not talking about character development. I'm talking about visually, physically. It was a make or break for a lot of people. People who couldn't get to the gym and were not creative came out looking different. Some people came out looking better, because all they could do was stare at themselves and say, I wonder what this would look like. I wonder what that would look like. And they was on Amazon ordering stuff, and ordering stuff from China whenever they could.
Right.
And they came out with a glow up. People couldn't go out and eat as much as they wanted to, and do rec. So people came out looking a little bit better, more in shape. And so I think a lot of people still riding that glow up that they went through from 2019 to maybe 2021. And we already talk about in this podcast enough how a glow up can change your social status to the degree that you are now experiencing a lot of benefits from being visually appealing. So this is a comical sketch of such things, but we're going to get into some deep reasoning behind why I wanted to choose this video tonight. So with that being said, here we go.
Amanda, I have some bad news. You're a baddie.
What?
You have type 2 diabetes.
I thought it was mid.
You were, but then you had a stage 4 glow up.
How could this happen?
Sometimes it's just good genetics.
How much longer do I have of being single?
Not long. 3 weeks, maybe 4. I mean, hell, I might even shoot my shot soon.
Oh, please. Ew.
That's a 100% justified reaction. This will most likely be your last Christmas without a boyfriend.
Can I get a second opinion?
Sure. Dr. Gertstein?
Yep. You're terminally hot.
What should I expect?
DMs, unwanted flirting, catcalling, and it's only gonna get worse the badder you get.
Is there anything you can give me?
With a body oddy like that, not much, but you can wear this oversized sweatshirt. It's not gonna do much, but it'll give you a little comfort.
I guess I have to find all the guys in high school that ignored me and add them on Instagram.
This is the part of the job I love. Amanda?
So, whether it be the glow up you experience because of COVID, or puberty, or some people are just late bloomers, or some people find their look later on. They find the hairstyle that works for them. They find the facial hair that works for them. They finally get the body they want, the body yaddy, and now they're experiencing is type 2 diabetes.
That is hilarious.
It was very funny. But did you see in the humor how he was telling her life is going to change? Almost like if you had a terminal illness, like things are going to be different from here on out.
Yep.
When people start trending, life does change for them. So I'm not going to go your route, because I've already teased you about this enough. But have you ever come across a young lady or even maybe one of your homeboys who was not a looker, and whatever transformation they went through, maybe they went to the military and came out, went in Steve Rogers, came out Captain America, or a young lady, what I'm saying, she got a job at, Sephora or at a gym or at Ulta, got discounts on stuff, and it changed. Have you ever, before we even go into the details of how it impacts you socially, have you ever come across somebody like that?
Yeah, for sure. Yes, I have. I'll just answer yes, and then we can get into it from there.
Okay. And so when you saw that, did it initially make you want to treat them different?
That's interesting.
Yeah. Let's start there, because I think that oftentimes we prejudge everybody. I think they say don't judge a book by its cover, but I think we do for safety reasons. But that's the side note. People who are not visually appealing to us, we have a tendency to formulate some very negative perspectives and narratives about them because it doesn't like they're taking care of themselves, and that may translate into areas. But go ahead.
No, I kind of agree with that.
Reggie said, "Mike, call out names, nigga."
Well, probably because me and Reggie know the same people. That's hilarious. So for me, I think for me, more so than me wanting to treat them different, it's, for instance, if you see somebody in the gym and damn it.
Yep. Let's do it. Let's do it tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We in it. We are in it. Let's go.
All right. So if you see somebody that's in the gym and oh wow, not you leaving.
I thought you needed to stage.
No, I don't. I need some moral support.
Go ahead. We at the gym. Set the stage. We at the gym. Go for it.
I'll say this. Okay, I got a way to say it. I like to work out for where I'm at in my physical fitness journey. So if I'm overweight, I don't mind working out with, somebody that's more overweight because we're on the same path. We may have the same goals. If I'm more physically fit, I'm going to work out with the gym bros, the guys that's kind of already got it or got something that I'm, looking to get myself as far as a muscle group or something like that. So to answer your question, if I'm in my physical fitness thing and, I got the muscles, I got the abs, or the abs are coming in and the legs are growing, I may not work out with the guy that it's his first day at the gym and he looks like maybe, you know what I mean? He has a longer way to go than I do.
Why?
And that's based on just looks. Because my first mind is, you're not where I'm at. That's my first mind. Like, you're not lifting what I'm lifting. You're not eating how I'm trying to eat. We may not even have the same goals. You know what I mean? And
so your presence in a partnership is going to be non-beneficial.
That's what at first glance, that's what I'm thinking. But I've been proven wrong on so many occasions. Just like we saw old boy last Sunday, who was on the one machine next to the leg press.
Yeah, bro.
And he was doing like 1 million plates on each side, and he didn't look like nothing.
Okay.
No offense to him, but he didn't look like, legs wasn't super big, legs weren't muscular, but he was over there putting in major work that I probably
Reggie said you trying to be politically correct, bro. Just say what you want to say, bro.
So if you're not, in my mind, what my standards are for being physically fit, I probably won't work out with you. I may not even talk to you because I don't feel like we have nothing to talk about.
All right. And with ladies, do you treat unattractive women different?
I used to. I'm not gonna hold you.
How, Mike?
I may not even talk to you. Like,
you ever been to a restaurant?
Here we go.
And the waitress was attractive, and you said, "Give me another one. I don't want her." Is it that deep for you?
Kinda.
Mike. Is it almost like you were dating that one girl and you told her not to wear her natural hair?
So you tell your brother things in confidence, and somehow they just end right back up. So yeah, but I was that guy though. Like I've explained, even on the podcast, I've told you, like, back in the day, like I would date, or I have dated girls, and we wouldn't go out because I'm like, you're not
Okay.
what's trending. So we're gonna stay in the house. We're gonna do something to where we don't got to be seen together in public, that kind of thing.
All right. So I ask all these questions and drill you a little bit because I'm thinking about pause. I'm thinking about just different situations, women that I've dated and whatnot, who were cool and they had a glow up. And I know that part of the reason why I didn't press the issue on a pursuit was because I was really not that into them. I couldn't see their potential beauty. And it's crazy because if we're being honest, I saw it on the inside.
Yes.
But on the outside, it wasn't fully formed to a place where I'm like, I'm happy to see you. I'm happy to experience you, but not necessarily excited to see you. Like my soul rejoiced when you were around. My eyes kind of went dim. Yeah, you know what I'm saying to you. And so I think that sometimes there have been some situations in the past where I've dated someone, and the determining factor of if I was going to try to, make this official and move forward was it came down to the visual. And be shallow as that may be for some people, we always talk about how the visual attraction is important. But my question is, can you see beauty potential? And how do you gauge if a person has beauty potential? How do you gauge if a person has glow up potential?
So, one, I don't think that that's shallow. I don't think that people dating people based on what they look like is shallow. I think where shallow comes in is you overlook personality, you overlook everything completely, and you only base your picker only solely on looks. I think that's where shallow comes in. But if I'm being honest, somebody I'm not attracted to, I'm not going to give my time as far as romantically, because it's important for me to like how you look visually.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? On the flip side of that, the glow up, as far as the glow up goes, I can I use so Janae, when we first met, was how much? 240. 240 pounds. And you're how tall? 5'3", 240 pounds. Some might say now that she's 150, still 5'3", or did you?
Wow.
Cool, got it. Got it. Now that she's lost damn near 100 pounds, some might say that's a glow up for her. But for me, this is just like her losing weight and getting in shape and toning her body and all the things that she's done, which is great. That for me, that's just the cherry on top, because I saw her as beautiful in my eyes at 240.
Yeah.
I got with her at 240. Most of our dating life, she was 240. You know what I'm saying? So at where I am now, I think that saying that beauty is in the eye of the beholder is a real thing. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I tell you guys, the marriage has changed Mike. His choice of words and his overall optimism is very disappointing. We don't come to you for whatever that was. No one's
You're not that guy.
No one's looking for you unless you decide to, try to become governor of Gardena.
You got that role sewed up. Okay, I'll play my position then.
So I asked this question because I'm thinking about specific people and how to gauge if there's potential for a glow up before you kind of just let this person go and be like, nah, I can't do it, because visual attraction is of importance. So check this out. Rashonda said, were you not into them because they weren't trending or because you weren't attracted to them? Now, that's a good question, because if you notice that sometimes a person can be into you personally, visually, how you look, but because you're not trending in the culture, they don't feel confidence having you on their arm, because other people ain't gonna really say, oh yeah, that's a baddie right there, even though you may feel that way in your heart because you got a very particular taste, right? You're not everybody's cup of tea is what they say, but
Right.
some people have I'm an acquired taste. Some people acquire your taste, but then they lack the confidence to choose you because they know in public you're an acquired taste. Not everybody's going to see you that way. And so now they feel like maybe my social, status may come down because I'm not with a woman that's visually beautiful, trending.
Yep. Yep. No, it's true. And uh, uh, you gotta date based on what you know that you'll be okay with if that dating turns into marriage. Can I see myself waking up and looking at this face, nothing else, this face or this body type for the rest of my life? Is it going
Yo,
to turn me on? Am I going to be able to perform in the bedroom? Like, am I going to be able to be that guy for my wife if she keeps this same face and the same body type for the rest of our lives? If the answer is no,
so check this out, bro. This is interesting because one of my friends told me their mom told them never get into a relationship or marry someone who you don't enjoy looking at while they sleep. So if you take away the creepy component, what you're looking at is this person not putting forth any effort to make themselves attractive to you. And if that's not something that you feel comfortable looking at, then you might want to rethink any further commitment.
that's so crazy, bro, because it when you're as you're saying that, it makes me think of the flip side, right? So the guy does all these things to get the girl that all the guys want, and she's beautiful, got a banging body, all of this other stuff, and then he get her, and then he becomes super jealous. I don't want nobody looking at you. No, you can't go nowhere no more. So I think on both sides of the spectrum, it's like a damned if you are, damned if you aren't. You know what I mean? Because if you do have that pretty privilege and you're all the way over here in your relationship, sometimes your man or your woman, they become very, very possessive and very
Yeah.
overbearing because of the way you look. And if you're not, don't have that pretty privilege, and you may be what's not trending right now, then you got the guy that don't want to, or the woman that don't want to be seen out with you in public and don't want to go nowhere really with you. So it's weird, bro. It's weird. You can't look too good and you can't be too unattractive.
Depending on what culture, what community you're in.
Facts.
So check this out. Ali said, honestly, I get it, D. There have been several times I was always one of the homies until I showed up in a mini skirt, stilettos, hair down, makeup, and got the response. Wait, you can look like that? Yes, yes, I can when I have a reason to. Now, Ali, I know Ali, fitness and instructor and trainer. And so sometimes people see you in your work element, which is where you're coming in to functionally do whatever your job may be. You may be in scrubs, you may have ponytail slick back, your leggings or whatnot. You may be in your tool belt and stuff, and your hard hat. They don't really see what you can do. And I've seen a lot of videos online of people recording themselves at work and being like, well, it's mostly women being like, my coworkers have no idea that I'm a baddie. Right. But because of what you do for a living, and then when you actually step out into your personality, it's like, oh shoot. So this goes back to my question: can you see glow up potential? Can you see beauty potential in someone who isn't necessarily putting their beauty foot forward every day because of what they do for a living or because of what the day may demand from them? They don't worry about all that. But can you see it underneath there? So check this out. Ray responded, yes, to Ali. Yeah, I definitely have some female friends change my view of them when they change their appearance. And so we're talking about people changing their appearance because the situation calls for it. The scenario, it's a birthday party, or, oh, I got a new job. And so now I can dress like X, Y, and Z, right? So here's my struggle, man.
Yeah.
Here's my struggle. My struggle is that I've seen a lot of beautiful women in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And sharing my testimony with someone yesterday, I was kind of telling them about just my story about being a male exotic dancer, being a model, being an actor, and all these different faces and bodies and combinations of beauty you get used to seeing.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you've seen some of the most beautiful, like you ever heard them say somebody is, oh God, oh man, how do they say it? They say that someone, I can't, it's not pretty ugly, but when all their features look well together, like they have, like somebody can say, oh, you have a nice nose, but you have a nice eyes, you have nice lips. So isolate different things. But when all those features are nice and they look good
I
together.
like your face.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
And so when I'm thinking about what I've seen, I try to block that off Because if I had never seen all the rest of that, I would think this person was drop dead, beautiful. So, and I'm wondering, in that struggle within, like, is it because of what you've been exposed to, that it's not shallow, but you need someone to look a certain way because you've
Yeah.
seen certain things? Or
Yeah.
do you just say, you know what, I like this, and I know it's not the best I've ever seen, but
Right.
we've had this conversation on the show before. Should you marry the baddest woman you've ever seen, or is it, has you continue to make it deeper than that?
Again, on this show, we don't tell people what they should do, but for me, I think the older I got, I wanted so much more than just like looks. Like I've dated people that were trending, and I dated people that weren't. I've dated people with the best personalities in the world, but the face was a two at best. So what I felt like I wanted to do was have the best of both worlds when it comes to my forever partner. I want somebody that I'm physically attracted to, that looks good to me, but she doesn't have to be the best looking woman on the planet. But at the same time, I want also somebody that has a good spirit, a good soul, and a great personality. You know what I mean? So when I came down to it and got serious about picking the person that I knew that I wanted to, type of person that I wanted to be with, I think that those were the things that were way more important than just I gotta have that supermodel type, woman, or
This is
that eye candy type of woman.
this is interesting because you're marrying this person
Yeah.
for you. And I
Mhm.
think this conversation, although it may seem random, I think I'm really trying to speak to the people who are struggling with choosing someone because everybody else may not see them the way that they see them. You know what I'm saying? Some girls are struggling dating a guy that treats them well. They think he's handsome, but he's shorter than them. And they struggle with choose. Yes, I've heard it, bro. I'm like, oh, if he was just a little bit taller, they struggle
Yeah.
with that. They love the person, but because
Yeah.
if they take him out, things are going to be said. You know what I'm saying to you? That's like my friends judging me because I told them I wanted a Subaru. Subaru has been rated the most safest car so many years running, but you ride that through the hood and people like, bro, you want a Subaru?
Yeah.
Nigga, we don't drive Subarus.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? But very reliable car. So if you did the parallel, like she's a Subaru. And the
Somebody-
community that you in, don't mess
Yeah.
with Subarus, maybe change your community because that's a really good car.
Hey, I'm all for changing your community, that mindset, 1,000%, 1,000%. Because like I keep saying, at the end of the day, this is the person you got to be with. They don't got to. The hood don't got to. Y'all don't got to drive in my car. Y'all don't got to ride in my car. Y'all don't even got to look my way when I'm coming down the block. This is my shit. This is what I'm comfortable with.
And I think that that is true, but there is truth to be said about how your partner can impact your opportunities.
And I think, that's great because I agree, because it's like, if I'm a super business tycoon type of guy, and I got to go to these board meetings and meet $billion like hedge fund type guys and mingle and do all of these things, but my wife, she never does her hair, or the way she dresses is like very homely. You know what I mean? I think in those type of situations, bro, I think you sit down and have an honest conversation with your woman, like, hey, I think you look beautiful, but we're going out, we're stepping out, and we got to look a certain way to get this certain type of clientele. You know what I mean? And I feel like
that's a rough conversation.
It is. It's yeah, it is. It is. It's very difficult. But if this is what you want to do, you know what I mean, and your calling is to be in these types of rooms, and you know what it's going to take to get to the places you want to get, but you also love this woman and you see all of her value to your life, it may be a conversation that needs to be had.
Do you love her enough to leave her at home? I love you, but your face is ruining my business.
I'm gonna go ahead and take this one solo tonight, babe. You got it. You got it. I done already hit you with the DoorDash. The remote is right there. I'll be back.
It's what, but I think this is happening. You wonder sometimes why your person that you're dating is like into you, but you don't get invited to all the events, there may need to be a conversation there because they're into you, but maybe they don't like the way you present yourself, or you're very hell bent on like this is authentically who I am. But like, man, come on, like you wear the same jeans, brother, every time that we go out, like, and
Should this?
it's hurting some
Yeah,
relationships.
yeah, it is. It is. Now, I have a question though, and a question for the audience as well. Should this be a conversation like you guys are dating, and on the fourth date you see the same pair of jeans? Should we start talking about that then, or should we wait till we in full blown relationship? Because I feel like if you're waiting till we're in full blown relationship to bring this up, like shit, we've been dating for 12 months, we've been dating for 8 months, and you never said nothing. Now it's a problem. Now that we together.
I think that when you're dating, you're trying to find out some of the more deeper things,
Mm.
and that may not be a priority to discuss. And you may mess around and catch feelings because of how they answered your questions and the books that they've read and the humor that they have and the memories that you've made. And I think that you don't really get down to nitpicking at things like that until you're already kind of in with someone and you're like, oh, this is great. And you start thinking like, wait a minute.
I think that that's where the problem lies. Honestly, if I'm being honest, I think that's where the problem lies. I think the stuff that we're calling nitpicking is has potential to be very important. Like I said, you know what your calling is. Are we dating because are we dating based on your calling and where you feel like God is sending you, or are we just dating just to be out here and dating? Because I know if I know I'm gonna have to be in these boardrooms, and I know that whoever I'm with is gonna have to be just as on point as I am, whether it's fitness, whether it's the way we dress, whether it's how
Yeah.
we present ourselves to the world. And I know this woman is not like that. Why would I wait? Why would I not ask the question then? That's not, to me, that's not, like, it could be looked at as nitpicking, like the way she dresses. That's what's important to me. It's not about that. It's not just
So
about the way she dresses. It's more to it. It's deeper than that.
that's so let me say this, because you know how I feel about dressing anyway. Mike is a dresser. Me, I feel
Pause.
like
Stop what you're about to say. Today, I asked Don, what did I ask you? And you thought I said something about pants.
I
I asked Donnie.
forgot.
I asked Donnie something, and it sounded. Oh no! I said we need to go back to Pans. If anybody from LA, Pans is a restaurant that me and Donnie went to. That's great. Got great breakfast food. And I said, "Yo, we need to go back. We need to go back to Pans." And he looked at me so infuriated. Pans. He thought I said pants. Pants. For everybody that knows Donnie, the brother don't wear no pants. All he wears is shorts.
I thought he
And
wanted me to wear pants to the gym. That's crazy.
the fact that this brother got so upset,
I was upset.
thinking that I said we need to go back to wearing pants, diabolical.
I felt I was offended.
You very much so, very much so. Anyway, continue.
I'm gonna go back because maybe we need to have a sobering conversation. Maybe we need to have a sobering conversation because Carrie said even supermodels don't really look how they are presented to look. I'm thinking about this for a moment, so stick with that. Now, Ray said we've painted our own model of perfection when it comes to looks. What that looks is varies from person to person. So I'm thinking about what we have seen and have we considered if that is even doable on a daily basis. Is that good for your skin on a daily basis? Do you, and this is what I learned from my mom, do you have the patience to let that visual perfection go through the process of being realized? Meaning, an hour of hair, an hour of makeup, 30, 45 minutes to get dressed. You want it, but do you have 3 hours of patience every time you want to go out? Like, if we're weighing out what it costs for you to have that.
And that's why people that again, going back to beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Because when I say supermodel, I'm talking about somebody that's naturally beautiful. You go to sleep looking exactly how you wake up. Your hair may be disheveled, but still you look beautiful. Just a naturally beautiful woman. You don't need the makeup. You don't need anything you do extra to yourself is a cherry on top.
So you're the kind of person that uses the word beautiful for visual features. I'm asking that because some people reserve the word beautiful, the term beautiful, for inward.
Yeah.
characteristics. Okay, so beautiful can be.
I use it for whatever I deem is beautiful. Inward, outward, sideways.
Candace said, I heard a pastor say that you're kind and not your type. What's your take on this? You're kind and not your type. Tell me more about this. What do you hear when you hear that, bro? You're kind and not your type. That's interesting.
Yeah, when I honestly, when I hear kind, I think of a group of people that mesh better with you, whether that be with your personality, whether that be, you know, you're tall, so you hang out with all tall people, whether it be you're dark skinned, so you're with all dark skinned people. You know what I mean? That's what I hear when I hear kind, as opposed to type. It may be, yeah, I'm this way, but I like something completely opposite, and that's my type.
So yeah, Candace was saying, sorry to date your kind and not your type.
Yeah. I figured
that is interesting, bro.
Yeah.
That's an interesting concept within itself, because I think that is where you are. It sounds like where you are intentionally prioritizing who meshes well with you versus who just looks good to you. And this goes back to something I've told my nephews time and time again, that pretty people are nice for looking at. You don't date them, you don't pursue them until you see something in them worth that. You don't necessarily need to engage in pretty things. You can just look at them. And when you say, oh, I want a woman that looks like this, or a man that looks like this, and we've seen this a lot on social media, it's good to ask why. Why does she need to have light eyes? Why does he need to be 6 feet? Why does she need to be curvy? Why does he need to be in shape? You know what I'm saying? Why does she need to be so submissive? Why does he need to make so much money? And I think Mike is good for asking people that why question, because if your reason is because society says that's what a man should be or a woman should be, that's what's going to make me happy. I wonder how much self-awareness that answer is deriving from. Have you really looked within yourself to know what it's going to take for you to have the kind of life that you want and the kind of partner that can help you, bring that to pass?
Yeah, man. Yeah, good. I just want to say, it's the month of February. Some people call it the month of love. And I saw my guy ask Allie where she was from or where she at, and I saw the response. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if we need to do maybe this will help Valentine's edition, and people just, you know what I mean, get on here. Listen, maybe this will help is bringing people together. That's all I'm saying.
No, we're not.
All right.
Last week, Mike was trying to hook Allie up with a whole different viewer.
Listen. And
one more guy, and it's going to feel like pimping. That's all I'm saying. Just like, it's my friend, so be careful with my friend. Because golly, can they have a conversation in the chat?
Yes, they can. I'm gonna point it out. Hello.
All right. So going back to our original question, Pookie said, I'm definitely gonna say something. And Pookie has. And we know.
Yeah, and we know.
Pookie lives by the quote that hope is unnecessary.
Yeah.
So she is calling out dressing, vocabulary, and a lot of other things from the jump, because that's how she operates. And I think that's what helps her. She's very clear on what she needs and what she wants.
Yeah.
Oh, Carrie said it started with that Cheesecake Factory convo a few weeks back. It sure did. All right, so I'm it's 45 minutes into this. I'm ready to move on to the next video, because we got a topic we want to discuss tonight. But the next video is kind of tied into this video. So somebody said it earlier. Oh no, it's a text message. One of my friends sent me, and they said that, or maybe the glow up changes the attitude, so that's why they get treated differently. So I think a glow up could change your attitude for the better or for the worse, right? And so when you're thinking about changing their attitude, I think that ties into the conversation of, what if you're dating someone that just experienced a glow up? They just became beautiful in their own eyes, and they just became trending beautiful in the eyes of the community that they're, invested in.
This is good.
So dating that person who is handsome for the first time can be quite the experience if he hasn't had anybody to kind of mold him or help him understand how to house this
Crazy.
type of handsome.
That's
Boy,
so good.
it's a
That
hell of a drug. It's a hell of a
it
drug
is.
to be attractive to the people that you're predominantly around. It's a hell of a drug to be attractive to a
Yeah.
community of people that you see every day.
It is. It makes me think, and I'm not saying it, I'm not gonna say any names, but we got a mutual gym bro, and he was saying that he was 600 pounds at one point, and he shedded all this weight, muscular now, good looking guy. And he was telling me like, yeah, I just went through a phase of just running through him. Like after I look now, I just got up to a phase of running through him, and now I find myself in the gym not wanting to lose what I got because I don't want to lose the how people are viewing me now. I'm addicted to the attention. I'm addicted to people coming up to me in the gym and asking me about workouts and all this other stuff. So that what you said about it being a hell of a drug is a real thing when it comes to I've never saw myself as being attractive, and I feel like nobody else has. And now that they are, it's like, oh my God, a whole new world.
A glow up comes with certain kind of perks
Yeah.
that feel that create maybe like a dopamine hit.
Yeah.
It's almost like
Good. Yep.
because you're getting this attention.
Yep. That's good.
Yeah. Anyway, so Rashonda said I would be the president of the US if I got a BBL. Rashonda, all 6 foot what? 3? How tall is Rashonda again? She's 6 something. She's 6 something. Oh Jesus. Ali said, Carrie Webb, yes, and my birthday is next Saturday. Ready for my free slice of cheesecake at the Cheesecake Factory. Normally, they are in the chat going for it, man. Let me play this video. Check this out.
Today we have 2026 strict dating rules for guys. And violation of any of these rules is grounds for immediate termination. We're not playing around this year, guys. We're all down to business. Rule number 1, has a bad day more than 25% of the year. You're gone. What are you sad all the time for? Rule number 2, Miami, Nashville, Mexico trip without you. Safe travels, you're gone. Rule number 3, out on any body of water when she doesn't own a boat. Bon voyage. Because whose boat are you on? If it ain't mine. Number 4, any form of Botox, you're gone. Number 5, your phone died and you fell asleep. Cap, you're gone. Ain't no girl letting her fucking phone die. They're glued to their hand like it's a part of their body. Like they're born with it. So don't believe that shit this year. Rule number 6, won't block her ex. Blocked and gone. Rule number 7, is or was in a sorority. Self-explanatory. And rule number 8, all her friends are guys. See ya, never. These are strict rules for you guys out here this year. Going to help you stay safe and get into a better situation if you follow these rules. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk today, and I'll see you at the same time again tomorrow.
So I go back to the conversation, bro. Some people experience a glow up. They become attractive for the first time in their life. And for some people, the first thing they want to do is show it off. So they are with the girls going to Miami.
Yeah.
Or guys, you know what I'm saying, going to Thailand, or, you know what I'm saying, going to these places to where they know people, this a hookup culture, because they may not necessarily want to hook up, but they know that they're going to get a lot of attention. And maybe you chose this girl or this guy before they had their glow up. And while they're in a relationship with you, because you treat them right, maybe you feed them right, or you got them hooked on the gym or some kind of self-care, or you got them in the book club, or you help them get their finances together. And now they've gone through this butterfly cocoon effect, and it's almost challenging for them to just have eyes for you, or it's almost challenging for them to be satisfied with the attention they only get from you. And they have to go and get more because this is the first time they've seen themselves and valued themselves in this way. What do you do in that kind of situation?
Bro, yeah, and this is me honestly speaking. I feel like some people, and I'm going to answer your question, but I want to start by saying I feel like some people are dating what they feel as dating down because they do want to be the looker in the relationship. They do want to be the good looking one in the relationship. And I feel like if your woman or if your man has experienced some type of whatever has happened and they've altered the way that they look, whether they changed their dress style, whether they lost weight and got in the gym, whether they got surgery, whatever the thing is, if they feel now a new sense of confidence and a new sense of, oh man, this feels good. I feel like as a partner, you should support that. And I say that, bro.
Okay.
I say that because Janae dressed different now. Janae wasn't wearing those spaghetti straps and you know what I mean, bathing suits and all this other stuff like she is now, but she's more comfortable in her skin, and I'm all for it. Hell yeah.
Let me tell you about the Filipino Black Widow when she came to the gym the other day. Where's she buying these Avenger outfits from? I'm used to seeing my sister in the gym with leggings and a big t-shirt. I'm FaceTiming her today in the middle of a conversation, bro. Sis does this.
She's doing it right now.
She just in the middle of a conversation, like, sis, why? I
love it, bro. Because I it's important for people, and I know how important it is because I feel like I came from the ugly duckling thing, so I know how good it feels to finally be comfortable in your own skin because you feel like, man, nobody. I haven't liked the way I look. I feel like nobody has liked the way I look. So now that I do, yeah, I'm finna show it off a little bit.
So, okay, how far should a partner go in supporting? You said they should go in supporting.
Mm-hmm.
How far do they go in supporting? As far as they want to go, even if that support pushes a person out of the relationship?
You just supported me into another nigga's arms. Thank you.
Because it's where you want to be now. If I am no longer enough for you after you've had your glow up, I love you. I'm gonna support you right into the area that you feel like is for you. Because if I try to keep you here, you're gonna resent me.
So yes, I would honestly say yes. And I feel like that's information. That's great information because I don't want it to be now we got a kid, now we married, now we got a house, now we got all these things together. And now I find out you cheating because you didn't want to be here 6 years ago when you first lost all the weight and got the BBL and did all the things you wanted to be out. And I saw it, but I decided to just, oh, that you look great. Yeah, go to Miami. Oh, you got a new friend at work and he's a male and you guys are going on a business trip. Oh, yeah, go. You lying, my nigga. So somewhere you didn't have a real solid conversation either. You started feeling something a long time ago.
I think these conversations are necessary because if you do have a glow up and you have the urge to have a season of attention, you have a season of seeking attention, regardless if you think it's right or wrong, if it comes up inside of you and you're in a relationship and you want more attention than your partner is giving you, a conversation is warranted. Because I think that a lot of times when you're talking about people being, infidelity or cheating or stepping out, I think that sometimes it is that maybe they didn't necessarily have a glow up, but somebody outside of their partnership saw no one else has seen them before. So maybe they didn't have a glow up, but somebody saw them in a way that no one's seen them before. And that felt like a glow up. It still gave you the same dopamine hit. It still made you say, oh, shoot, I didn't know that someone like me could get that kind of attention.
Bro, and I'm glad that we're going down this path because you hit the nail on the head, man. And it's as simple as, your wife or your girl going to work and the guy that she sits next to, oh, you changed your hair color? Meanwhile, you live with the woman and you ain't said nothing. Her chair been changed for a week. And now that one seed that he planted, now she paying attention to a nigga she never seen before, even though she been, you know what I'm saying? But it's a real thing, bro.
I'm not talking in my huddles no more because that's me. I work with 99% women, bro. I told them I'm gonna tell HR because they treat me like the brother they never wanted. But I am, me, I'm already an attentive person. I see details. That's the photographer in me. So I'm like, oh, I haven't seen that hairstyle before. Oh, you changed your hair color. Oh, look at you today. You glowing. What you got going on? You know what I'm saying? I got to be a new lip color. This is, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, I'm in charge of maybe just bringing a different kind of creating the culture for our team.
Yeah, for sure.
And a lot of it has to do with people being highlighted, feeling appreciated, feeling seen, right?
Yep.
But I didn't think about it from the standpoint if they're not getting that at home.
That's not your job for you to change the type of person you are. That's that man's job that's at home to step his game up and do it and be attentive at home. I shouldn't have to change. If I'm naturally that kind of guy, oh, you look nice today, have a good day, and that's it, and I have no ulterior motives, I'm not finna change that because your man at home acting like a piece of shit. I'm just not.
I think that's the first time you ever told me something like that wasn't my fault. I appreciate you.
Hey, brother, listen. That's it.
A week of illness. Wow. Okay. So let's look in the chat, bro. We got some stuff coming in. Rashonda said, what about doing it for yourself? Candace said, that's the photographer in me as well. Action detail. Okay, so Candace, she does do photography. It's something that, but now I'm feeling like, I honestly am feeling like maybe I need to tone it down.
No, nigga.
Because no, okay.
That's you. Right. Like that's how you are. You've done it with Janae. I've heard like that's the type of person you are.
Listen, Allie said, yes, you did that when I wore purple eyeshadow at the gym 10 years ago. Great attention to detail.
See?
I just want to make marriage harder for niggas. That's not my goal.
No, the goal is for the man to make his marriage easier for him to be in and easier for his wife to be in.
So, okay, so let's this is all scenario based, but let's give some practical. If you are the one on the receiving end, say, Mike, you're the one who's getting these compliments and affirmations and this praise from coworkers that you don't get from, saying your spouse at home. What is the conversation that you bring home to your spouse?
What is the conversation of old Mike or the Mike now? Two different conversations.
Let's do old Mike because I think that's what the people want.
Yikes. Okay, so wow. I wasn't expecting you to say that, brother.
Said, yikes.
All right, let me just wipe this sweat off. So I think I'm getting compliments that and anybody that knows me knows that I for a large part of my life have struggled with attention and wanting attention and feeling like I needed attention, especially from the opposite sex. I've talked about it on the show, like everybody knows that. So if I feel like I'm not getting something at home or I'm not getting something at home and I'm getting it and I've been getting it at work or getting it at the gym, what it starts to do is it starts to feed a part of me that should only be being fed at home, but then it also makes me resent the person that I'm with because I want it from you. I told you I want it from you, and you're not giving it to me. You know what I mean? So what it does is for me as a man, when I built up a certain wall to not let outside influences from women affect me and affect my relationship, it used to just chip away at that wall. And before long, your wall is down. You and it's like, oh, you paid me a compliment, and now instead of oh thank you is oh okay thanks. So what you got going on after the gym? Or it's oh you look good too. Now because now the wall is down, all bets is off. Like my woman not gonna tell me hey you got a nice haircut. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that this is the right thing to do. And but we being honest.
So what's the conversation with your person back home?
The conversation, and for me, I make it be known like I need a cheerleader. The person that I'm with, I need to have a cheerleader. So she already knows what it is. So if you're just choosing not to be that, that's cool. But you got to understand
what comes with it.
Because old girl at work, she bringing plates. She wearing the short skirt. She every time I get a haircut. Every time I do a curl or a bench press, oh, your legs is looking bigger to nigga. Damn.
So okay. All right, I'll take that. I'm wondering in my brain though, how much of I guess being physically affirmed is your partner's responsibility?
As much as they choose to take on.
How much is acceptable to ask for from your partner?
I can ask whatever I want.
Is it acceptable? Because it sounds like you said 100%.
It's acceptable if she accepts it. And if you accept it, that's what I'm expecting. If I tell you, hey, I need you to give me a compliment at least 10 times a day, every single day. If you say I could do that for you, then that's what I'm
Okay.
expecting. But if you say that's a bit too much, or why do you feel like I think the conversation should more so be like, well, why do you feel like you need to get so many compliments? What else is going on? That's the new Mike, though. That's the new therapized Mike.
That's good. It's just a conversation. It's an honest conversation. Like, here's what I feel like I need. You know what I'm saying? And that could be in translation. A woman, you know what I'm saying? You've seen these videos of women who are married on the internet. And when her husband walks past them in the kitchen or living room and he don't smack that ass, it's like, hold on.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
this is a part of our marriage. Like,
yeah, it's what we do.
Especially not with as many men want to do this.
Yeah.
And you have been called to do this and you don't remember to do this.
Yep. But I feel like that. So as funny as those little clips are, because I've seen them before, I feel like the fact that she checks that immediately, like, get back here, do what you. I feel like that's important because it's almost like having a conversation of, hey, me and Janae had it the other day where I got a haircut and I came home, walked through the house, because any other time she would say, oh, let me see your haircut and fawn all over the haircut. This time she didn't. And it immediately I picked up on it.
Did you come in the house? Was you posing when you came in? You was like,
this is why I don't talk to this nigga.
Did you come in? Just
this is why.
And she still didn't say nothing.
Conversations with your partner are important.
Why didn't she do it?
Why didn't she? I think she busy. Just wasn't paying attention.
Cooking for you.
Nothing crazy. Oh, I had a.
She didn't like the haircut.
Oh no, I'm not talking about that time. That was when I got my hair done. I'm talking about when I got my hair cut. It was a couple weeks ago.
Ladies, you know you do with a pretty nigga when he said I got my hair done. I'm sorry.
Look, no, it's fine because everybody can't just put water in their hair and have luxurious locks like yourself, brother. Everybody can't do it. So yes,
me and your wife can. So
for sure.
Me and Janae got almost the same hair.
Damn near. Yeah.
All right.
No, but I feel like those type of conversations, don't let it like fester. Like if you picked up on it, not even to say it bothered you, but
that's good.
You didn't say nothing about my haircut. Oh, babe, my bad. I just would, you know what I'm saying? Because
so what happens if you don't like it?
Say that.
When she says, "Do I look fat in this dress?"
Yeah, I've told Janae yes before, have I not? Yeah. It's certain styles like
did she swing on you?
No, and I'm sure it stings a little bit when your partner, doesn't find something about your wardrobe or the way you got your hair done attractive, because she's told me certain ways I've got my hair she didn't like. Great, tell me that, because you're the one that got to look at me more than anybody else.
Okay, that's fair. I don't know how yet. Yes, Rashonda, he did say therapize. That is Mike's word. Did we even talk about the video?
What was it? What video?
Today we have 2026 strict dating rules for guys.
Forgot about the video. I feel like no, we didn't. But I feel like he's operating. It feels like he's operating from, I don't know if it's insecurity or what. Like the fact that she's still cool with her ex. You can't talk to her, or the fact she's on a girls trip, you can't talk to her. Seems like bro may be a little insecure, or he's experienced something in his past that makes him a little leery about women that participate in those things. Because I didn't see a problem with none of them. Did you? Oh, you did. Oh, you on mute, brother? Nah, you on mute. We need all this conversation. Oh no.
So there's this part of me that doesn't have a problem with it because that's what they want to do, but there's a part of me that has a problem with it if it's my person because of what I need. So let me share something with you that came up in a therapy conversation. I have very specific plans on protecting my partner.
Yes.
Creating an environment for them to flourish.
Yes.
And if you know anything about me, if I'm working on something, a project, a car, a room, a redecoration, a, if I'm working on something and people come in and try to impact or influence, or they start to mess up what I'm working on, I'm still trying to be delivered from the amount of rage I experience. Like, this thing got nothing. Back up. Get away. I'm working on something. I'm fixing this. I'm making this better. In this therapy conversation I was having with a friend, that same energy is planned to be showing up in a marriage because it shows up when I'm in a relationship prior to marriage. And when I'm with someone, I'm working on them because I'm investing, I'm planting seeds. I want to see the best of them, whoever they are, not what I want them to be, the best of them come forward. But when I see family and friends who don't care about them the same way I do come in and kind of just use and pull from their energy, come in and smear all the building up I just did verbally, it's a problem for me, bro. And they told me that I'm going to have to, they said you might want to consider taking a step back because you're not the only person in their life that they care about. And that, yeah, this is what you want from them, but they might be connected to people that drain them. And it's not your job to disconnect them. They have to want to let those people go. They have to want to set those boundaries. You can't come in and set boundaries for them. And so sometimes for me, it's very stressful to be very into someone who is also connected to people that drain them of the beautiful thing about them that I actually want, need, like, and I'm considering committing to. Happy
That's
I got
good.
that off my chest.
No, that's good, bro. And I knew that about you, and I'm very, very similar. Because one, you already know how overprotective I am about the people that I say that I love. But just, like, even with Janae, she had some friends, and I told her, I was like, it seemed like every time y'all get on the phone, she's dumping her
Yeah.
shit on you. Like, what?
Yeah.
Like, no, she can't do that no more. You know what I mean? But I had to step back and kind of check myself a little bit, like, hey, that's her. She's a grown ass woman, and that's her friend. But I still feel like it's my duty as her husband because sometimes she may not be
As her
aware.
husband. As her husband.
Yeah.
So you telling me I should just hold all this back until I get married? Because this part to me is riling up even in a dating environment, so much so that it can be a red flag. It can be not a red flag. It can be a deal breaker to where I'm into you, but when I think about your friends that you love and want to continue to hang out with, it's like I can't do it. And Rashonda said it's giving controlling, Don. I know we had the conversation. This is why I'm talking to somebody about it, because it does.
Yeah.
It does give a little controlling. It doesn't give concerned citizen.
So let me ask you this, even for the women out there, if you know that, like Brother Donovan just said, if you know that it's coming from a good place, like, I'm not necessarily trying to control you, I just want the very best for you. Does it make a difference, or does it just all falls into controlling, and I just can't do it because you just want to control me? Because at some point, where does he's just like really concerned about me, and I appreciate that, but conversation come in. You see what I'm saying? Or is it just throw the whole nigga away, he's too controlling? Because to me, maybe because I'm so similar, I understand where you're coming from 1,000%.
But oftentimes people who are connected to people that drain them, especially if they have seniority, they've been there for a long time, they don't see.
Yeah, they don't see it.
What that relationship is doing to them.
Or they see it and they've become okay with it.
Because, well, that's my cousin. That's my best friend. Oh, that's my boss. And you're like on the other side, like, I think so. Somebody just said it. Don't get yourself in trouble. Somebody said something about having a conversation. I can't find the comment, but somebody said something about having the conversation. And I think that maybe people won't realize how serious it is until you tell them, like, this may be a deal breaker for me. The boundaries that you don't have with your mother may be a deal breaker for me. the boundaries that you don't have with your best friend may be a deal breaker for me. I want to be with you, but the fact that you give her free range in your life means that she can get free range into my life because you have free range in my life, and she can use your access card to get in to the
Sliding through this.
environments.
Ooh, that's good. Damn. Wow. Yeah, that's really good. That's really good.
I don't like it.
That's really so. Okay, granted, is it a conversation though, or is it a I'm gonna just start putting things into motion to where she can't have access, or is it a conversation with you, the mama, and the wife? We all need to sit down and talk about
And so because I've been in a situation multiple times, I think that what it is
Damn,
is
nigga,
like you
multiple
said,
times.
yeah.
What's going on?
Is it me being controlling? I want to protect what I start to identify with as my responsibility.
Yeah.
And I feel that right on the precipice of making commitments on, hey, I'm going to get a ring and I'm going to get engaged. And I'm wondering, should I just wait and surprise you the day after our wedding? Like, guess who you can't talk to anymore? Like,
Oh. So I like, but you said it. You said who is it you that's saying that you need to do these things, or is it her saying that she wants you to do these things?
so listen, it's me saying it, right?
Mhm.
This is the part that makes it tough because half of it is because I care about her, but
Right.
half of it is about me too. Because if this
Mm.
is a well that I drink
Mm.
water from, I want the
Mm.
well to be okay for the well's sake, but I also want the well to be okay because I am dependent on getting clean water from this well. And so, for instance, if you have these unhealthy or toxic relationships, maybe with friends or coworkers or a job you don't need to be at, or a family member that keeps playing with you, and when I come home and I'm going to come home to this loving wife and we just bond and have fun, but 4 days out of the week you can't because you've talked to that person or they want to come by, that's impacting it starts to impact my sense of, okay, I can depend on this here.
Mhm.
And when I can't depend on this here, now I'm fighting off, well, where can I get it from because I need it?
Mhm.
And that can start to fuel maybe a stepping out. But instead of doing that, have the conversation like, babe, like this is the fourth time this week that I've come home and just wanted to spend some good, loving time with you, and you got a vent.
Yeah.
Like, and this has been the 6th month in a row. Like, what are we doing about this? Because now
Yeah.
I'm feeling like this relationship is broken in this arena that I really need. I need fun. I need to have some, I need to come home to some kind of peace, right? And so he said that in the beginning of his video.
Yeah.
If she has a bad day majority of the time,
Yeah. That.
what can you really depend on her for? Not no fault to her, but to you, knowing what you need, like, oh, I yikes. Like, you're a beautiful person sometimes, but because you have the friends that you have and the job that you have,
Yeah.
that's not your norm. That's just,
Yeah. I like what AJ said. She said that's robbing precious time.
bruh.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Rashonda said, differentiate yourself from your partner. Do you understand what she's trying to say by that?
No, please
Yeah,
explain that.
explain that, because I don't want to assume what you're trying to say. So differentiate yourself from your partner. All right.
Candace said, I completely understand because it can spill over into the relationship and affect it if they're coming home with the issues. Now it's coming into the household. But it goes back to what I said earlier. If you're with someone and you love this person, and like for me, this is evidence that I am like heavily considering commitment, that I start to feel this way. But I know it's not my place yet, but I feel it. So it's like I said, you're giving this person almost unlimited access to you, but what else comes in with their access is whatever they're connected to.
Yeah. Yeah. I hear you. I think it's something. So many people think that you got to be able to tell your husband everything. You have to be able to tell your wife everything, and your wife should be able to just dump on you whenever she wants to, and your husband should be able to just dump on you whenever he wants to. But I've actually told Janae, don't tell me about these people at work no more. Just don't tell me about them. I don't.
How do you identify when, because it's almost like your partner depends on you to be that kind of sounding board or dumping station.
Mhm.
How do you know when it's like, no, this is, don't do it with me, or you saying you don't, you need to change your situation because this is not healthy at all?
So in that situation, I think it was more of a don't do it with me, because I'm gonna have to go up there and talk to somebody. Kind of like what you were saying. When I see like the woman that I love coming home bothered, upset, stressed
Yeah.
out, maybe even sad or feeling less than, now I have a problem. So if you're gonna choose to stay in this environment, I'm not saying don't leave. I may suggest maybe that you should, but if you're choosing to stay, I can't keep hearing about this, because it's like you're tying my hands
Yeah.
and I can't, protect you, but you're choosing to stay in a place where I think that you're not being protected. So, you have other confidants and other friends that maybe that
That's
you can,
rough.
yeah, it is.
You are dependent on me to protect you, but you continue to stay in a position, in a place where I can't protect you, or you won't. The solution that I have to protect you, you
Mhm.
won't implement, or
Yeah.
there's a reason why you can't. So check this out.
Right. Well,
Rashonda
yeah,
said,
exactly.
differentiate yourself from your partner, which means not depending on them for your happiness. She's not your source. Listen, I hear you. At the same time, there's reasons that I got married.
Yeah.
And so whatever those reasons are, maybe they showed up in the vows, maybe they showed up in commitments we made to each other.
Yeah.
I think there is a very healthy interdependency a husband and a wife have
Oh
on each
yeah.
other, under the guise of we become one flesh. I'm dying to self to become one with you. So whatever you're bringing in is affecting me, and whatever I'm bringing in is affecting you. It goes back to that post we had up here a few weeks ago. It said, imagine you switched bodies with the person you cared about the most in the world for 1 year. What would you feed that body? What would you, how much rest would you give it? What would you expose it to? What would you shield it from if you knew you would have to give that body back to them at the beginning of the next year? When you look at marriage through that lens, you start to recognize that, oh, this little porn won't hurt, or oh,
Yeah.
this little conversation, in rage won't hurt, or this little lack of discipline won't hurt. But when you recognize that that body is just something that belongs now to your spouse, you share that with your spouse.
That's really
You
good, bro.
Now you're starting to look at, oh shoot, my nervous system is now really my partner's nervous system, because we're meshed together in marriage. So what bothers me bothers them. And the places where I used to put off, like, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, I can deal with it, I'm strong. Are
Mhm.
you also now saying that your partner has to carry that weight because you've been brought up to think that strong is the answer to anything that's heavy, or anything that's, pushing against your boundaries, or anything that's um that you don't really want to confront? You just, oh, I can handle it.
Yeah.
Like when I look at it through that lens, I start to recognize, like, I got married for a reason.
That's a
And
fact.
so there's certain things that I I'm I think I should have a healthy expectation of, and be able to talk to your partner about, yeah, this is not working for our marriage.
Right. I was gonna say,
She
if
said,
there's
look, Rashonda said, but you ain't married, sir. And this is partly why.
Uh, so I think the conversation is great to have, even in dating. Like the conversation that you're having is great to have with, if you're dating someone. I think the implementation of what you want is what I feel like Rashonda is saying should be, maybe wait until that you guys do make those vows. So now she's aware. Okay, when we do get married, I know how Don is, and I'm cool with it. Now we can just go into the marriage smoothly because we've already had that conversation.
So after the conversation, the therapy conversation I had, which goes back to what Rashonda was saying, or what you're saying, the reason I'm having this conversation is because I'm very aware of what
Yeah.
what you guys are saying, and I think that the evidence that I'm aware and want to find the most healthy way forward is by having talks with professionals, or talks with sounding boards who can respectfully give their
Yeah.
view on things, so I can see where I might be out of pocket, or might be operating or try to operate too soon, which means that that conversation ended with, Don, it's not the time to implement, but it is the time to have the conversation, because people want to know what they're getting into.
Yeah.
It's just, it says, it goes back to the conversation of, when you get married, who comes first? The children, your wife, or your mother?
Yeah.
Those are conversations
Yeah.
that people have, and this conversation kind of bleeds into that, right? So
Yep.
when we get married, you know what I'm saying to you? So
Damn.
Where do I stand in relationship to your boss, your father, you know what I'm saying, your children, your best friend? It's good to know. I'm not saying that you got to be number one, but it's good to know where you stand ahead of time so that you can appropriately adjust your expectations.
That's facts. I would hate to come into a household where I'm thinking like I'm number one, but it's 6 other people in front of me.
Yeah, and if you know you're number 6 and you're okay with that, then everything flows smoothly. But the reason I say these conversations are important because resentment is real. If you don't talk about it, what you got?
She's always watching, brother.
Your mama, when I get married, you are not number one. You know this. We've already had this conversation.
We'll talk, man. We'll talk.
Listen, you two Sagittarius can talk all you want. Gee whiz. Listen, Rashana said, God first. Oh shoot, God first, spouse, and then children. I mean, that's your equation. Why she here talk about? Yes, I am.
I love it.
I'm gonna get her married, and she's gonna forget all about me. So I'm not worried about it. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is a good conversation we're having. But I want to take you to the topic of tonight's show. The topic of tonight's show is too attractive to be platonic.
Okay.
That's what we're doing tonight.
I gotta start looking at these things.
So you know if you should show up or not?
Right.
So I had an interesting conversation with one of my friends this week about platonic friends or just having friends that are of the opposite sex, right?
Yeah.
And they mentioned that if that friend is your type, then they can't be your friend if you're in a committed relationship, because if they're your type and you're attracted to them, then that is making it more challenging for you to keep it platonic because they're your type and they're attracted to them. And so I heard them out, but I knew I wanted to have more conversation about it on the podcast because there's a conversation between attraction and self-control, attractive, but not have a desire to want to be intimate with. Like there's some nuances there. Now, of course, I know people can manipulate that and say, no, it ain't even like that and be plotting. So this is, more a conversation you have internally with yourself about like, is this platonic because they haven't given you a chance to hit?
Shit.
Or is this platonic because
playing the long game?
Or is this platonic because I have no plans and no desire to ever move beyond friendship with this person?
That's wild, yo, because just the statement, and I'm not, by no means am I saying I feel like your friend is wrong at all, but I feel like if you're attracted to your friend, then you can't be platonic friends. I think that's interesting because all of our relationships, we enter into friendships because of some type of attraction. Even male friendships, me and your friendship, I'm attracted. No, but I'm saying because the things we have in common, the way your mind works, the way your outlook is on life, there's some type of attraction to. I mean, that's the whole reason why we create friendships.
So you're isolating you're not isolating attraction. Saying attraction is just what draws you to that person. Yes. But if we isolate it to visually attractive, like I find you're sexy to me.
Damn.
Should you have a friend of the opposite sex that you find sexy if you're in a committed relationship or a marriage?
I feel like if you can't, you got to know thyself. If you feel like you can do that, sure, why not? If y'all been, if this, when the niggas start stuttering. No, but I have a friend whom I call sister, who guys think is the most drop dead gorgeous type of woman. Always, you know what I'm saying? And people assume that we've done something about, but never. It's Denim's godmother. Never. We've never done anything. Never. We've been alone together.
Have I seen her
together? I don't know if you've seen Lauren. I thought you seen Lauren. I don't think so. But point being is no, you can. I feel like it's possible.
Let me say this. So when she and I were having this conversation, I had to agree to a certain degree because I was like, if I'm in a committed relationship, right, or in a marriage, and I have a female friend that I find sexy, I do believe that does create another area of enhanced self-discipline I'm going to have to operate in, because because I find them sexy. That's different from, oh, you pretty. Yeah, I got a pretty friend. Like I would love to
Yeah.
introduce you to.
Okay. Yeah.
It's more
Yeah.
personal. So
Okay.
now I'm occupying a friendship where I deliberately have to put forth a lot more effort to keep it platonic, which I wouldn't be doing if I wasn't in this relationship.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying to you? So I'm not saying that you can't, but I'm saying, oh yeah, this deserves a conversation because
It does.
are you making it harder on yourself?
I was just about to say that. Do you really want to go into your marriage having to extend another form of self-control? I want to just be able to sit in my marriage and be chilling and be good. I don't want to have to, when you come around, I got to turn on, okay, make sure you don't look too long. Make sure, like, if it's my friend, I want to just be able to chill with my friend. I want to be able to, let's come over and hang out, whether my wife is there or not, and let's, hang out as friends. Having to turn on self-control.
And so,
when somebody, yikes.
So
Yeah.
I will say this though, it's not that my wife or my girlfriend would say, "Oh, I know she's your type, so y'all can't be friends." This is a conversation I have to have with myself because just because someone may be visually my type, that way you understand it, doesn't mean I struggle at all with self-control or wanting them or want them at all. They can be like, "Oh, okay," because you guys know I love eyebrows, very nice eyebrows and good ankles. I can love those features and find them attractive about somebody and want nothing to do with them intimacy wise, physically.
Yeah.
So I think it's a conversation you have to have with yourself sometimes. And after you have it with yourself, you got to have it with your partner. Like this is not a struggle for me. And if you have a partner in today's world, this is we a lot of people have friends of the opposite sex, right? And so if you find yourself with someone who has a friend of the opposite sex that you think that they find attractive, have that conversation before you invest too much into it. Because I have female friends who I've drifted away from, or we intentionally cut off contacts because their boyfriends and their husbands were not going for it. He's not going to be your friend.
You have friends that are attracted to you and you don't even know. I don't feel like you qualified.
I think something happened with Mike's internet. He left his door open. Internet went out the door. What am I not qualified for?
To have this conversation, because you got friends that think you are drop dead gorgeous, sexy, all of it. And if you gave them the chance, they would jump on it like it's nobody's business. And you don't even know. Just oblivious. Don't look like you don't understand what I'm saying. My wife is over here agreeing.
True. You and your wife are not the majority. Listen, I'm the majority of my house. Me and my delusion make the decisions over here. So what I'm saying is, so I think it goes back to somebody just said it in the comments. Then what up, Jen? Brenna, excuse me. She said, then you don't think they are sexy. Sexy implies you find them alluring, not just beautiful. Exactly. And I think that sometimes it's hard for you if you see your partner that's friends with someone that you think they find sexy, that you think they find alluring because they are your type. Like, oh, I know she loves black guys with muscles, but she doesn't even see him like that, right? At some point, you got to say beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Yeah. You may think that that's their type, and it may actually be their type, but there may not be a struggle there. And ultimately, I think this conversation is coming down to, is this person a potential threat to my partner's faithfulness? I think that's ultimately what we're trying to figure out.
For sure, that's what it is. So, you saw what Lakeisha said?
What'd she say? And apparently their husband thinks he's attractive too. I gotta watch out for both of them.
Golly. It just seems so what happens when you're let's say you're married or even in a relationship and your homegirl or even maybe her homegirl looks better than the person you with?
To who?
To you.
Ooh, boy. All right, Mike, you just want to go there tonight. What happens if the person that you're dating has a cuter friend?
Cuter friend, yes.
You should have been more patient. You should have met her.
Or one of your homegirls looks better.
if I'm basing it all off looks, then that's the issue. But if it's not based off of look, there's more than likely gonna be somebody that you find more attractive than your spouse. You're gonna run across them at some point.
But
I think that the issue is that
proximity. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. I think the issue is close proximity. What if your wife is the hottest thing you've ever seen, and then there's a new employee that gets hired, and she's working on all these projects with you, and you're like, I ain't never seen a woman look like that. Do you quit your job?
Quit your job immediately.
Save your marriage.
Janae says she's fired.
Golly. You're in HR filing false sexual harassment.
Right. So wait, but let's go back though, because now the cute friend or the cousin of your wife or your girlfriend, she's coming over all the time, and you're in you know, we've been in situations where when you start getting comfortable, you start getting comfortable. So maybe she's wearing stuff. Do you have the conversation with your wife about her homegirl or about her family member or her coworker?
Role play the conversation, Mike. What does that conversation sound like? Like I was bricked up when your friend came over the other day. Because
my God. Nigga, no. Nigga, no.
How honest are we being here? Facilitate this conversation for me.
I haven't been in this situation, brother, but I'm just saying. But
no, we're hypothetically working through it
because it's a real thing. It has to be a real thing. I feel like the conversation should go. So, babe, damn, I'm trying to. Yikes!
Yes,
I'm trying to find a scenario where this conversation is going to be okay.
Before you say that. Check out what Brenna said. Remember, you are your wife's protector. So do what you need to protect her. Even if it's from your loins, your flesh, your eyes.
Jeez. So maybe okay, so maybe the conversation goes like, hey, when your friend wants to come over, let me know, because you know, I don't feel like I should be around, or because you know she looked good to me. And
Start over, nigga. No, this is
because I'm just trying to think how me and Janae talk to each other, be so candid like that. But every time I say something, it just sounds so bad. Oh,
hey, you know your one thick friend that always likes to come over.
Golly,
start handing out robes at the front door.
Like, that's rough.
Just make it sound like it's a mandate on anybody that comes over, so she don't just get pointed out herself. You know, babe, what we should do whenever anybody comes over, they should have to wear a robe and a face mask, because I think COVID is still around. And
golly, make it make sense.
Come on,
is there anything that you would find okay with me saying, like coming to you with that?
That's why you married her. She said, I want to know. She don't care. She probably she is attractive. Tone that down.
That sounds like that I could see Janae saying that. Okay.
Well, for the rest of us who are not married and have not met a unicorn like that yet, let's see. How do we have this conversation?
Now you're having a conversation with somebody you're dating?
You said that. You said it was somebody you're dating and her cousin or her friend is attractive to you. What does that sound like?
Nothing in my mind is. I usually got great things to be.
Talk to the Lord. Talk to Jesus.
Yeah. How do you want me to go about this, Lord? Because
I'm fasting.
What do you say? Maybe you give her a hypothetical, babe.
No, you know what? I got you.
Okay,
I got you. Check this out. Because this wasn't even the video. This is a video that I was supposed to play after. But check this out.
Marshall, I can't love you because I'm attracted to Josh. I just saw Josh, and there is some chemistry.
So what was the talk about?
It was him basically confessing his feelings.
What are you saying to me right now?
I don't want to be with you anymore. And
you want to be with Josh?
I will find that out.
Okay, Jackie. That is very hurtful.
I'm just telling you, Marshall, that I just can't be with you. I can't.
I would like the ring back because I don't think that you deserve it. Because you should never have accepted my proposal.
Well, I'm gonna keep the ring because I accepted it because I wanted to marry you. Everything I told you in that pod was real.
Hey.
So, is that the conversation? If she was straight up honest?
So yes, I feel like
I'm engaged to you, but I find your friend, we got chemistry, and I'm going to try to see what's up with that.
So yes, I can appreciate her, friend or not. I can appreciate her having this type of conversation. She knew it was going to be difficult. Hopefully, they didn't engage in nothing yet, but her and the other guy, we don't want that backstory though. We're going based on what we know right here.
Oh, she knows the show.
Yeah,
of course
she got all the backstory. But for the show's for this show's purposes, I would appreciate a girl that I was. Damn, she had a ring though.
But listen, listen. This is the way it plays out. Would you rather her not tell you?
No, I would. No, that's what I'm saying. I appreciate the conversation, but I also see my man's point of view. Like, you should have told me this. Like, why are we? How did we get here? And I'm just not. I didn't. This been my nigga since. This been my nigga. You've had to have been attracted.
No. What was the conversation? He said, "What was the conversation?" Dude came in and confessed his love and his attraction to her. You know, a lot of times, this is real talk. A lot of times, people will find someone attractive, and none of it affects them because they feel like that person may be out of reach or they're not taking this first step. But if you show the slightest interest and say, "Hey, I'm into you," floodgates. Oh, hold on,
risk it all.
Hold on, I have something for this situation. I didn't think it would ever happen, but since you said that,
God, dog.
Would you want your person to stay with you if they want to be somewhere else?
No.
So check this out. This is what I like this right here because this is accountability, right? This is the conversation before it would happen with your wife or whatever. Before it would happen with my wife, it would happen with me and you, right?
Yeah.
Me and you would be talking about this on a Tuesday like we normally do. Brenna said, you don't. You check yourself. That's being a man. You do the right thing and get your mind and heart right. I would say, I will put this side by side with something like, I don't feel like working out today, or I don't really want to. These are just wants that need to be disciplined to a vision and a calling. If you're committed to a woman, put that desire in check. I don't think that thing is absent. I don't think it can really rise up unless there's some kind of discipline gap somewhere.
What are we talking about right now?
There's attraction, but moving from, oh, she's pretty to, man, you know what I'm saying? I find her sexy. Sexy is not something unless there's sexy doesn't enter into the psyche without a fantasy or imagination or a meditation associated with it. And that's on me. Why am I entertaining certain thoughts that would even germinate and grow into a perspective that says, oof, I find somebody else besides my wife sexy?
I agree.
And then you include conversations of celebrity crushes as well. Because people think celebrity crushes are safe because you may never run into that person or never any chance, but I've lived the opposite life. For me, I know how tangible a celebrity is.
Very much so.
I mean, you know, your wife knows. So don't start on her. Don't start on her.
Johnny just called you a hoe.
Hollywood
hoe.
Heavy on the
Hollywood hoe.
Wow.
And I don't appreciate it.
Wow.
You got to catch my fade because I got to protect my wife. And you just called your sister.
I said we know how tangible they're just people. My point is, in these kind of situations, maybe even with her, looking at that situation, she's engaged to somebody and she finds herself somehow having chemistry with somebody else. Is that a point of her saying, yo, I got to cut these meditations off because I made a commitment?
Yeah.
Or is this like, yo, this chemistry overpowers the commitment and I need to try something different?
I feel like in her situation, maybe she was being honest with herself. Like, I know that he's going to be better for me than you are, and I just gotta go. I don't want to have a conversation about it. I don't want to check and see if weigh the pros and the cons of staying with you as opposed to leaving you and being with him. I know this is gonna be better for me. Cool, go do your thing. But if you're unsure, or if you're, oh, he just so fine, and I've been wanting him since, or she just so fine, and I've been wanting her since we were younger, and I just want to just see if it's. I think that maybe more of a conversation should be had before you throw a whole marriage away.
If Mike ever brought up a situation like that to me for any reason, first thing after we pray is we're revisiting not our vows, but our pros and cons.
Yeah.
We're looking at what is it that you appreciate about this marriage where it is now? What do you appreciate about where it's going? Because sometimes it is forgetting the value of what you have and how it connects to a higher calling. Sexy sometimes simply means I just want to have sex with this person. Yeah. Not that I want to build a life, not want to do X, Y, and Z. So you're willing to sabotage a fulfilling and complete calling lived life for a nut. And as any man watching this show, you already know what post-nut clarity feels like. You fulfill that fantasy and you're like, bruh, what was I thinking?
Wasted.
Bro, you
yep.
Bruh, semen psyche when you backed up, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's
you know what I'm saying to you? So people, I think we need to be a careful when we're like, I'm attracted. So anyway, this conversation goes back to platonic friends. Can you have, so let me run a video, bro.
Yeah, let's do it.
Woof.
Do you have any platonic relationships in your life right now?
With a woman?
Yeah.
No.
Is that by choice?
I'm not about to be around no woman platonically. Listen.
We gotta unpack this, Cam. Why?
Because I'm not about to play them type of games.
Is it self-control?
Call it what you want.
I'm asking.
Call it, it may be self-control.
I'm asking.
If she fine, I'm not about to have her around playing like I don't think that she's attractive.
Is it possible to think someone's attractive and still behave yourself?
Yes.
Do you have control of them thoughts?
Yes. But I'm not about to play them games.
What game is it?
The game of saying, hey, we not about to be friends. I don't have good-looking women that's friends around me.
So
no.
Just all the. Do you have any ugly ones? I gotta ask.
I don't even have women friends, bro. Respectfully.
Why? I understand you saying you're not finna play this game, but Cam, you're a smart man. I'm gonna need you to go deeper than that.
Yeah, we're gonna
I
know me.
You know you, okay?
I know me.
And what that mean?
That means if I'm around a woman long enough, I'm going to find something good in her that attracts me.
Okay, and when you're attractive, what then happens? When you're attracted, what then happens?
Sex.
Oh, God damn, Cam. Cam, this is a bigger issue than I thought we had here.
So, understanding that I know what's to come from a platonic situation, I don't even play. No, I don't do that. Baby, you too fine for me. We're not doing that.
Interesting.
No.
So, okay. If I take the word friendship off of the table, do you have platonic relationships in your life that involve women?
I just told you, I don't have no attractive woman that I'm cool with that I do not have plans on stabbing.
Damn, Cam.
My nigga. Yo. But a little bit of Cam's background. Cam is a cheater. So he understands that, hey, this is something I can't do. I'm not saying that this is good for Donnie or for Karst or for Carrie or anybody else. I'm saying what I need is to not have no feet.
When you say someone's a cheater, I'm like, okay, you stepped out of commitments that you've made. Is the appropriate phrase or title a cheater, or is this more of somebody who lacks integrity? Because ultimately you're making commitments that you have no plan on fulfilling. I think that's the bigger issue, because if that's what you do, you probably do that in brotherhoods too. You probably do that in business contracts.
Well, I think that you're under the assumption that they had no plan on keeping that commitment. There's a lot of people that
you're not a cheater if you have an open relationship.
No.
Okay. So let's go back to this, because he kept saying, I know myself, right?
Yeah.
The issue that I keep running into when I'm having this conversation is looking at it through the lens of your partner is not comfortable or doesn't believe that you can maintain a platonic relationship with someone that you find attractive.
Yeah.
Is that your partner's problem, or is that an issue for you because you and her are in a committed relationship or you're married? Is that something she needs to deal with, or is that a collective issue?
In marriage, there is no she needs to deal with, because as you said, we become one flesh. So there's no that's your problem. In dating, yeah, that may be a your problem. It's not my job to make you feel in dating. It's not my job to make you feel. If I'm telling you like there's nothing going on and there's legit nothing going on, this is my homegirl, then you need to check and see why you're so against me being in this relationship. Is it because she looks better than you? Is it because her body is better than yours? Because you haven't seen anything, you haven't heard anything about us doing anything. It's all based on what you've made up in your head.
Your boy Ray. Now that I think about it, the fact that you start the conversation like that.
Neighborhood.
It was a childhood friend, a neighbor who had a glow up, and I had to test it out even though I was in a relationship. Lord, forgive me. So this goes back to, there's so many nuances to this conversation.
Yeah.
You're in a committed relationship, and this has been your childhood friend, ain't been attractive a day you've known her.
Yeah.
She has a glow up. Now all of a sudden she's attractive. She's your type. Again, when we talk about on this podcast a lot, threats, is this a potential threat to your faithfulness, to the ground floor foundation of your relationship, if there's someone around you that's in close proximity, that's always around, that you find attractive?
I feel like you got to be honest with yourself. I feel like there's men out there that could be completely okay with it and it not affect, and they're not going home thinking about her and wanting to text her in the middle of the night and waking up, how you doing, all of that. But then it's some men that can't handle that.
Should a woman or should a man give their partner a hard time about having friends of the opposite sex that they find attractive, and their partner doesn't struggle with self-control?
No.
If your partner doesn't,
it's unwarranted.
If your partner doesn't struggle with self-control, and you've seen that with how they deal with you, then maybe that threat is not as much as a threat as you think it is, and you shouldn't nag them or give them an ultimatum about you having this friend who's attractive, because I've seen you embody self-control in multiple situations. It's not warranted, like you said.
And we come from, like we were just saying, like I was just saying about people in the gym. Usually, sometimes attractive people have attractive friends. So sometimes you got to understand that this may just be what comes along with the type of man that I want.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So this is the cool. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, go ahead. You got it.
I'm about to say the cool part about this, man. I was watching this movie once, in the football movie, and the guy scored a touchdown, and he went in there and he went crazy. Did the dances, threw the ball, screamed, and he got back to the sideline, and one of the players like, man, when you get in the end zone, act like you've been there before. Act like you've been there before. Now, this is the benefit, I think, of being with someone like me. I've seen it. Nope, don't you do it. Don't try to put me on it. You know what? Everybody gone. I've seen so many different types of beautiful, and I've had chances to practice self-control in those environments. I think that sometimes the people that maybe are susceptible are those who haven't been around or in close proximity on a consistent basis to someone that they find attractive. Because oh my God, she's pretty, or he's so handsome, he's tall, he's buff. And I think that if that's the kind of person that you're around and they haven't been exposed to that, that might be an issue. Just like you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, my girl can't. And I'm gonna say this, but it's a struggle bus, right? It's a struggle bus.
Let's say it, please.
A woman saying that, oh, I don't want my husband to have female friends that he's attracted to physically. That's like a husband saying, I don't want my wife around men that have more money than me.
That's interesting. I feel that comparison though. Yeah.
Because that's what culture says, that women are looking for a provider. And so his more money might pose a threat on her faithfulness, because she's looking to get taken care of in a certain way that you can't provide.
That's so good, because my mind just went to me and Janae out on a date, and her male friend or her homeboy pulls up in a Maserati, and we hopping out of a Toyota Corolla. I think that women don't understand that may do something to that man. It might. So I feel like
you can't be friends with him no more.
right. You know what I'm saying? But it's similar to what you just said though, of me inviting one of my homegirls who's supermodel type and got the body and everything going on, inviting her to dinner that make that woman feel a certain kind of way.
And she might be like, baby, that is stupid.
Yep.
I love you. I don't care about his money.
Yep.
But can a man also say, babe, that's stupid? Yeah, she's pretty. Yeah, a lot of people think she's pretty. That's not an issue I'm with you.
Jesus.
So if I gotta get rid of, oh God, what happened?
You should have never told the people about this Subaru.
Nigga, Subaru is a good car.
Stop.
Okay. It's a really good car. Okay. That's fine. I saw something earlier. Let me go back in these chats. So I got something over from Ferg. Oh, bro, I got something for you. Ferg Marge said, I've been told by a friend that her husband would start comparing me to her after I would leave. I stopped coming around. I saw somebody in the chat earlier say that my friend's husband was staring at me too much, so I cut off the friendship. Like, what if you're you and I'm me, and you see that your partner's wife stares at you and is way too touchy-feely? Do you then cause distance in that brotherhood because, you got to get that under control, bro?
I think me and you would have a conversation. Hey,
I mean, don't use me because our conversation, it's a very healthy brotherhood. Like, just assume that there was another brother that somehow that happened.
So I would have a conversation. I would have a conversation with him because honestly, I could be tripping. Maybe she really not looking at me the way I think she's looking at me. But I'm gonna tell him, like, case in point, one of Janae's friends on Instagram, I saw that she was working out, and this was the most innocent shit ever, and it kind of pissed me off. But I saw that she was working out, and I think that she was working out at was it the gym we go to? Oh, it was the gym that I used to go to, and she was working out there. I was like, oh, I didn't know you work out here. Let me know when you're gonna be there. Let's get in the session. She went and told Janae. And in retrospect, I can't be mad at it because I can appreciate a friend like that. But in my mind, I'm like, yo, it wasn't even that. And you're painting me in this picture that is not even what how I was trying to come off. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I can appreciate it. I can appreciate it. I can appreciate because just in case, like, hey, I don't, like I just said, I could be wrong, but it seemed like your lady is looking an awful lot. I could be wrong. No offense to you, but just you may want to have that conversation. But I don't think I would just first thing, I'm cutting off the friendship. No, that's my boy. I'm not, no. Unless he like, yo, we had a conversation and she was. So maybe, when it's time to hang out, it's just me and you. Cool. I get it.
I think these are the conversations that people want to have, but they're not really having. I think it's hard for some people to imagine their partner being attracted to anybody but them. And that's a hard reality to try to make real because there's so many people in this world. So many people are going to come across. But maybe you live in a rural area, you live in a little small town somewhere out in the country, and you don't really encounter, or you guys know the same 400 people. But like me and you talked about, what I'm saying? I'm thinking about my life and where I've been and where I'm going this year and what I'm going to be exposed to. And sometimes you really have to think about the calling on your life and what type of person you're going to need to understand or going to have the type of nervous system that can deal with the things that come along with your calling. Because if she works in a heavily male dominated industry, are you built for that?
That's facts.
You know what I'm saying to you? We just put a video up about, being your wife's spouse or be your spouse's fan. Like, what I'm saying, if he's on stages or if he's doing podcasts and there's a lot of women in the comments and stuff like that, like, are you built to deal with that? I'm not saying that you need to rebuild yourself or fortify yourself to deal with that, because that may not be your call. Yeah. Sometimes you may be attracted to someone that you cannot walk out a calling with.
Ooh, that's rough.
Sometimes you may be deeply in love with somebody whose life is not for you. And so when you look at it through that lens, you have to take time to ask yourself, like, yeah, I find this person sexy or I find them attractive, but is there anything about their calling that is disruptive to my nervous system? Or that is remember we talked about a red flag, which is a psychological allergy for me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and some people's like, they can't be married to a pilot because they're just gone too much. And it's hard for me to trust you when you're not in my presence enough.
Mm-hmm. That's facts. That's facts.
This is good. What else you got?
Big Ray said, I don't think it's about being around attractive people, but more about having an attractive person be attracted back. That's when the true problem comes about.
Talk about it. Yikes.
Interesting. So as long as the attraction is one way and I know it's not being reciprocated, I'm good. But the minute that attractive person says, oh, that's why I said, remember, old Mike is like, you know, you give me enough compliments, and I'm complimenting you back. Now we engaging in conversations maybe we shouldn't be engaging in, yada, yada, yada. You know, the whole thing.
Yikes. Britta said, or if she's got a ton of IG followers as an influencer, can he handle that? My ex-boyfriend had the hardest time. This is interesting, man. This is because remember I told Mike earlier that I was talking to one of my homeboys and he's single, and he was like, I'd rather stay single because I don't really want anybody mad at me during this season of my life while I'm working on some stuff.
That's crazy. Yeah.
And you feel bad, like, oh dang, nigga, what's wrong?
Yeah.
But it's like every time I get into a relationship, she's mad at me for how I want to do life. And it makes you think, like, dude, like for some men who want relationships and want marriage, that's a heavy toll. The woman that you chose is mad, like, oh, why you have to do this, or why the person have to be your friend, or why say you got to work those hours, or like just not unsatisfied, but just unhappy with the things that how you do life. And I think that's why I have these conversations with myself and with other people about, yeah, you can like them and love them, but do your lives complement each other? Do your psyches, your mentality, how you process life, are those things complementary? Because if not, you'll find yourself again two very attractive people who are attracted to each other in a very toxic relationship, trying to change one another to fit what it is they want. And the other person, like, that's just not me. And then you try to villainize them to make them seem like a bad person because they're not giving you what you want. But in essence, there's nothing wrong with what they're doing. The only thing wrong with it to you is that it's not what you want.
Not what you want. That's it.
And so ultimately, if the life that they live is not what you want, at some point they're not what you want.
Yeah. Facts.
Oh boy.
Facts.
This is good, man. Anything else before we close out? Anything about that conversation that Cam was having about him being honest about platonic? He's not interested in platonic friendships.
Nah.
What if you? Okay, let me ask you this before we get out of here.
Yeah.
What if you're with somebody, you're dating somebody, and again, this is like an ex, you like someone you've been intimate with? Can they still, or should they still be a friend? Or what if it's like we talk maybe like once a month, we kind of check in because for a specific reason, not just to keep tabs.
Yeah. Damn, because when you're thinking about sex and soul ties, do you want a person whose soul is tied now to your wife to be in such close proximity?
How many people know what a soul tie is? How many people have taken the term and created their own definition and now created their own issue and their own threat and imposed that on the person that they're with?
Let's just talk about the people that do know what it is.
Okay, so what is it?
And they feel like, in this relationship, we're one flesh and all these other great things, and I don't want anything outside of that for you to have any type of relationship with anything outside of what we got going on as far as sexually. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I feel like if you're not a virgin when you get married, somebody didn't have her. It's like nothing. No, I'm just saying though.
Yeah, but I say as long as you ain't, you can't. It's no way you can still be friends with that person. So check this out.
I disagree. I feel like you can.
Let me give you this story. I'm gonna give you a story that's beautiful, man. Well, I'll talk to one of my friends about it. I'm friends with a few of my exes, not all of them, a few of them, because it calls for it, right? Life calls
Sexiest
for it.
ones.
Huh? The sexiest
Sexiest
ones.
ones.
Golly, that's dirty. So I'll tell her what my friends about. Like one of my exes, I'm cool with. Very very cool with. We're friends, legitimate friends. Like we look out for each other.
Yeah.
It's crazy how once upon a time, just smitten
Yeah.
by how she looks and just her energy and whatnot, and now it's not even something I have to fight off. It's so pure, and I don't think that a lot of people think that that's possible, right? So she had a boyfriend, of course, and I was cool with her boyfriend. Met him, we joined it, having a good time. Like bagging on him, bagging on her is good. Now she goes to her next boyfriend, and I was talking, I talked to her about it because she asked for advice because I know things about relationships and I know her and her goals and her dreams and what she's prayed for. I know that I wasn't the one, but I also know what she's prayed for and the
Yeah.
promises. So I'm able to help her identify certain things about where she's at now and how it is a promised land. And me and her talking the other day on the phone, and her boyfriend coming in the background, like, "Are you on the phone with Don talking about me?" Brother, jump on the phone and we just talking back and forth. And she texted me the next day. She said, "That made my heart so happy."
That's good.
Because you can feel the sincerity and the
Yeah.
purity in it. Yes, I understand that it could be a rare thing, but for you to believe that it's not possible and impose your lack and impose a new mandate on your person because you don't believe it's possible, you've never seen it before, might be doing more damage to your relationship than it is good. You might not be protecting your relationship as much as you think you're protecting it, because there are people in this world who sincerely can move on and move on from you romantically, even if you guys have been intimate, and still want the best for you. And every now and then invest in that and can be there for you. And
Yeah.
that and their view of you has changed. That whole sexy and all that it can be washed away and removed. But if you don't believe that, you'll still keep trying to protect something that's not even a threat, and then maybe even hindering certain aspects of your own relationship.
I agree. I agree. I agree. It goes back to what I've been saying the whole show. You got to be honest with yourself. If you know this not something that you can handle, because every now and then you're gonna be reminiscing about that one time y'all was up in the cabin in the snow, then don't do it.
Yeah.
But if you know in your heart, like, no, this person is adding value to my life outside of being attractive, outside of our sexual past, and you know that this person is a legitimate friend, I wouldn't. So I got a question for you before I finish that statement.
Yep.
Are you giving your potential partner ultimatums? This person in my life, this female in my life, is not going nowhere. So you got to either get on board or this not going to work.
Am I doing that? No,
Yeah.
no, not at all. Have that
So
been
how
done
much
to
of a
me?
friend is she if you wouldn't have dropped her for another woman?
No, you said, am I the one giving ultimatums?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I'm saying you have a friend, a female friend who ride or die, like
Yeah.
thick as thieves, and now the new woman in your life is like, are you giving her the ultimatum? Like, hey, this person
Oh,
has been a staple in my life before you even got here, and
uh-huh.
if you want to continue in this romantic relationship, whatever, marriage, whatever the case may be, then she's gonna be here. And if not, then maybe this relationship is not what we need.
It's rough because I'm not a big fan of ultimatums. I don't think
No,
that
you're
they're
not.
rooted.
That's
I
why I
don't think
asked
they're rooted in love.
you.
I think they're rooted in the form of witchcraft because it's about control. I think that you're trying to pin this person against what seemingly looks like only two options when there's multiple.
I like that. I like that.
It's
It
this
don't
or
have to be you or her. We can come to some kind of happy medium.
yeah, but that is like trying to threaten somebody with something they care about to manipulate them or get leverage for them to do what you want. I don't believe in that.
So what in this hypothetical situation, what would
Yes.
happen? Your fiance is saying like a I'm not comfortable with you guys being friends because you guys have had a full-on sexual relationship. And
Yeah.
you're like, no, this is my homegirl. Like she's gonna be here. Where's like what
What would I
happened?
do?
Yeah.
If I'm at the place where I'm already engaged to this woman, she's my fiance, and I want to move forward, and this is a challenge for her, then the conversation with my friends sound like, "Hey, my fiance is not comfortable with this. She may be in the future. I don't know. But as for now, we need to create some distance.
Doesn't mean that you guys are not still friends. It just means that the way the relationship has been up until this point may need to change a little bit.
If you ever think about me and you need to call me, think about the advice I already gave you until further notice.
God, that's good. Yeah. Damn. Golly.
Until we can resume this, I've been intentional with you. I've given you all the advice. If you miss me, look at a video and a picture. Until further notice, I'm untouchable.
And that goes for your male friends as well.
Yeah. I just had to. Why would my?
You know,
fiance
yes. I was about to say.
Yep, because he is a bad influence, and yep. Ray said that came from the HR department for sure. until further notice.
Per my last email.
Britta said that's a goodbye, not a goodbye. That's a
Damn. Yikes.
Yo, if I'm at the point where I'm ready to marry this woman, bro, her concerns are my concerns.
Listen,
but I'm also under the mature. I'm under the maturity and the emotional intelligence to know that might change in the future. But until then, if I'm committed to her in an engagement, I'm practically, I'm almost to the marriage point, which means that I'm already thinking about her safety, her well-being. She's already coming before everybody in my life. So this is a way for me to start to initiate displaying her priority in my life, because she may go through a season. She may be cool with all my friends. And then once I get married, she may go through a season, may go through menopause, may go through having children where she feels like she's not getting enough of me. And now she's blaming friends. And I'm going to have to respond in a way of, babe, you are my priority. And so it is what it is. I may not like it, but when I look at it from a man's responsibility tier, I gotta take care of this. And I'm not gonna do it with a little hissy fit, sissy attitude. I'm gonna be like, God, you brought me here. We're gonna do this. And again, it may be temporary. So many things in life are temporary, and we get our emotions and feelings all wrapped up in it's not fair, it's not right. She had an off weekend, or she, it was just 6 months or something. If it was a good friendship, y'all good. Yeah. Sometimes me and my friends don't talk for a year, not because nobody told us not to talk, and then we catch back up later, and everything's like it was when we left. So, yeah, man,
that's good. That's good.
Yeah,
that's good, bro. That's good.
Ladies and gentlemen, at the end of every episode, we like to leave you guys with a resource, and that resource. Oh shoot, where's all the stuff that I created in this? I need to redo this, man. But that resource is our Cash App. So look, it costs us $88 a month to stay online. And we appreciate you guys and how you continue to deposit $5-10 here and there, but we recognize that if we don't ask, it doesn't come through. And this is something that we try to give back to our generation, and we want to give you guys an opportunity to support it, to keep us on the air. I don't know how to say it. I just want to extend it. My mentor told me sometimes you are dealing with people in your audience who have the gift of giving, but you don't ask. So here's me asking. If you want to donate to this show, Staying on the Air, what is it paying for? It's paying for our streaming service, our platform, which is StreamYard. Yeah, and that's $88 a month. So $, maybe this will help. This is not going in our pockets. It's just keeping us on the air every Sunday. If you're enjoying this, help us to keep it alive. And at the end of every show, we'd like to give you guys a resource, which is the Suicide and Crisis Hotline. The number has changed. It's been that way for about 2 years now, but we're still going to put this up at the end of every show and pray, because we know some of these topics we talk about can really strike you in your nervous system in a way that is a little uncomfortable. Or maybe you want to learn how to have hard conversations, or maybe you need to sit down and talk with somebody about why you think the way you think about relationships because of stuff that's happened to you in your childhood. Or maybe you need to get in groups of other women. Maybe you're widowed. Maybe you had your cheating partner, and you need to get in support groups with other people who've overcome that and figure out how to do it. Maybe you need to sit in a support group of people who are friends with their exes to show you that that's possible too. Regardless, 988 is a number that you can call. You can go online, chat with somebody live. We've had multiple people from the show call this number. They're a real number. They do check in with you. They do give you real resources. So reach out.
That's good.
Let's get prepared for Don leaving us when he get married. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye,
That's
as
good.
Brenna says.
That's good.
I can't wait till somebody goodbye. Who praying out, man?
You got it. You got it. Oh, before we leave, since we've already made one love connection here tonight with Ali and Reg. So what I'm thinking everybody should do for the next show, everybody that's single and single, not somebody think that you're in a relationship, but you think you're single. Put your profile pictures up on your post so people can see what you look like. And then we can, throughout the show, y'all can chat and maybe take it offline to your own separate DMs, because maybe this will help is here in the month of February, and 2 black cupids. And that's what life is about. Love. Yeah, and being therapized, like Rashonda said. God is good.
Therapized. Father God, thank you so much for tonight. We thank you that it was fun and insightful. Thank you for those who got a word that they needed. May they meditate on it. May they not just get up and turn to the next podcast or go online and doom scroll, but may they sit with what you said to them tonight so that they can enhance in the areas where they want to experience enhancement. Help us to refortify our nervous system and to fix our perspective so that everything doesn't seem like a threat, so that we're not sabotaging possibly beautiful relationships, platonic, familiar, or romantic, because we're paranoid, or because there's certain things that happen to us and it's hard for us to not see those same offenses in our present situation. Speaking for myself included. So we thank you, Father God, for this podcast. May we stay on air. Bless those donors who are going to deposit money into that account to do so and not forget. And until we come again next week, we give you all the glory and all the praise. In Jesus' name.
Amen, brother. Amen.
Amen. So my birthday month is a beautiful month. So Candace, is happy birthday to you. And Allie, her birthday, what she said, next week?
Yeah, I think so. Yep.
Happy birthday to you as well.
Yep.
And man, hopefully if we see you guys next week, we can give you guys a special little shout out. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, be blessed.
2 Chainz.
Can we talk for a minute? Come on and talk to me. I wanna know your name. Come on and talk to me. Come on,
Come and talk to me. I really wanna meet you, girl. I really wanna know your name.
Maybe this will help.